You know, it's interesting, Mr. Loomis, because our field producer on the ground there in Cleveland just kind of sent us a list of the things that are banned inside the secure area around the convention. I mean, the list is really long, including everything from, you know, from water bottles to tennis balls. I mean, is this standard operating procedure, or have things been added to the list because of events in recent months and years?
No, I think historically this is a pretty consistent list with the RNCs and DNCs. You know, the tennis balls are annoying to the horses, you know, so that's why they don't want horses running wild and stomping people. Umbrellas and things like that. You know, what is troubling is that you can't have a tennis ball in here, but you can have a gun, an automatic weapon, an open carry. It's perfectly legal, but highly irresponsible at this point for anybody on both sides of this equation to have a gun with them. It's going to make our job much more difficult.
Yeah, which was my next question. You can have a tennis ball, or you cannot have a tennis ball, but you can have a gun, which is, you know, clearly disturbing to some people and not to others. But the question remains, what is your biggest concern? Is it the protesters you're worried the most about come Monday, or is it some outside force?
Well, you know, from a street level and the uniformed officers out there, certainly the protesters, and it's not just the protesters, it's the supporters as well. You know, our main goal is to get everybody home in the same condition that they came here in. The police officers, the protesters themselves, the Trump supporters themselves. That's an ideal world, and that's really what we're working for here. Two very, very passionate groups of people on opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to their ideologies, and the last thing that we need is them to have weapons involved and thrown into that mix. It's just going to take attention away from where we need to have our attention, and that would be the possibility of you know, a bad guy wanting to do people harm.